Alright, so we're getting ready to test fly the tiny trainer, 4 channels, first time. Special as well, I went alone so I can literally practice by myself without having to either impress anybody or be afraid to walk the Hall of Shame or chase my 2 little cute kids, which sometimes are just annoying to fly with. These are the planes. That's the tiny trainer. I put some red color coding on it just to make it look prettier and hopefully also help me out with orientation. Seems like I'm always having a problem coming back home. It's a little bit windier than I wanted it to be, but let's give it a go. Putting you on my head and we're gonna go fly. Or there might be a little trim problem with the ailerons. Let's see. Well, I do sure hope not to bash it up too much, because I do love the plane. Well, it seems everything's right, so let's check. Maybe balance is a little off. It does seem alright. It does seem alright to me. Oh, let's give it another go. Maybe you have to take the battery a bit back. Let's do that. It does seem a bit underpowered, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the 2-cell out and bring in a 3-cell, hoping that I brought the connections for the 3-cell. Otherwise we're kind of screwed. So unfortunately I don't have the connector to turn my 3-cell battery to have a connector which looks like no, I don't have to show it to you. I'll show it to you guys later because I don't want to waste time on it. So what we're doing is I'm taking off the aileron wings, just because I think that might be draining some extra power, which I unfortunately do not have, and I'm gonna go with the glider wings. Let's give it a shot. So last check before we go fly again. We're gonna check the motor, obviously works. Seems like this one has a little bit more strength. Ailerons seem to work perfect. We don't have ailerons, but we have the rudder set up on the left stick, which is something that I don't like as much when I'm flying without the ailerons, so I rather put it all under one stick, the right one. So we're just gonna quickly take off the wings again, take out our receiver, and ailerons would be so we're taking the channel 4, which was our rudder, and setting it up into the ailerons channel. I'm just gonna give that one quick check before I close this all up again, and I think that it needs to be reversed, so give me just a quick sec here. Oh, silly me. Yeah, well, that doesn't need to be reversed. It should be normal. At least that's what it seems. Right? Nope. It should be reversed, but we got the channel correct. So here we go. Reverse that. Turn that off. Let's go hook on the wings again after we push this back in here. Wouldn't be such a smart idea to fly with it hanging out of the fuselage. Tough word sometimes. I did expect to go out earlier. I at least wanted to, but children, chores, crying, whining that they want to come along with me. It took me and my wife a bit of time to let them understand that today is just daddy time. Well, we got all that back in there. We'll put out the receiver antenna just hanging out there. I realized that it helps sometimes. We'll get this straightened out, and let's hook this back up together. So we're gonna change hands here just so it's easier to hook this around. Oops. Let's see. Perfect. And the other one. Now I'm just gonna put this aside somewhere that it's not all that heated up. No, not too much places I can do. Let's put this back on neck, and let's go try again. This time hopefully we'll at least be able to Maiden. And if this one doesn't work, then obviously I'll have to go home and check everything's working or not working. Hopefully you guys are filming, so why don't we just do a quick stop here to make sure that I'm actually filming and not talking to myself. Let's stop here. Perfect, we're still filming. Excuse me. It's awfully hot here in Israel. It should be around 30 degrees Celsius. Not quite sure what that is in Fahrenheit. But no matter what it is, I can tell you it's darn hot. And I might as well hide my water bottle if I want to be able to drink some cold water later on. Last check again. Turn on the transmitter, rudder, backwards. So didn't do a good check when we were there. What's up, what's up? something just doesn't feel right, and when something just doesn't feel right, you stop and you go check your crap. So, stopping so that you guys don't get bored, and we'll be back soon. So, as silly as it might seem, and without me actually knowing, this radio link transmitter T8FB doesn't give you the correct inputs on the rudder, no matter if it's reversed or normal, so long as you have the ailerons channel on reverse. So that kind of just makes that everything that way. We'll do another last double check here of having it might be just a little tail heavy, so we're gonna put the tail a little heavier, the battery, I'm sorry, a bit forward. Regardless, that made me check out and realize that I did not put my battery barbecue skewers securer in place. I know a lot of people use Velcro. I couldn't really find them for a decent price here in Israel. Regardless, I just found this barbecue skewers work. They're cheap and they work. So when something works, you just use that. Plus, it gives it an extra nice kind of look. Kind of makes it look like it's crazy and has ventilation areas, even though it doesn't. Alright, so let's go. Motor, rudder working correctly, so you can see right, left, ailerons. Seems okay. Let's go. Seems like the wind kind of calmed down a bit, so let's hope for the best. Well, it does seem super underpowered. That's for sure. It just seems like it doesn't have enough power. Either something with my motor, maybe the ESC calibration, which I tried to do a few times. I'll try to do it again just now. Alright, well, it does seem a little bit more calibrated. I do have a problem, it's not stopping for some unknown reason. And I don't want to trim it down. Nope, something ain't working right, so I don't know why. The battery was charged up. Battery was charged up. Maybe the ailerons ain't working all that right. It should be. Well, I do see that I'm starting to damage off my head here, which is kind of a super bummer. I do not want to trash the plane before I can actually maiden it. So I either gonna give this another go, which I just might do. Let's go, let's give it a shot, let's go that way. It seems like the wind has changed its position a little bit since I last tried. I'll toss a bit of sand here, just to see if I can see which way the wind, well, the wind seems to be coming this way, so we're gonna go fly that way. Last time. See what goes. I'll trim the motor down just a bit. Well, it just seems to be getting bashed. something must be wrong with it. Might be CG. There's quite a few things that can actually go wrong. And it seems like I just screwed another motor, which would be a very big bummer in this case. If I did screw up another motor or not. So, I don't know. We'll give it another go. No, well, it's underpowered for sure. Doesn't make a lot of sense to keep trying to throw it up in the air and get it to fly, considering it seems underpowered. So it's either the motor, which shouldn't really be a problem because I'm using the correct motor. The numbers here are on the front, so that's not the issue with the prop. I don't know. I will soon post this video and hopefully I'll get your feedback about it. I might as well go find my stuff somewhere all the way over there. Take off the motor because it doesn't make sense to, or take off the prop because I'm not gonna leave it while taking it in the car. Overall, doesn't seem like there's a lot of damage done. Just a lot of dust and dirt. Fuselage actually kind of smashed a bit, so it's still something that I could live with as a first plane. And you know, when I'm ready to Maiden it again to show off my skills, then I'll redo the nose, the power pond nose. Weird, kind of bummed out feeling, since I did want to have this time to practice and actually get a grasp of my skills. That didn't really happen, but oh well, that's life. Tomorrow's another day, or maybe even later today, although it seems like it's gonna get windier, something around the 23 kilometers per hour of wind later on today, so that's not a good weather or a good wind situation to go flying. Today we're at about, or right now we should be at around 14 kilometers of wind. I wanted to go earlier when it was 8 and 10, but that doesn't seem to happen. The wind kind of grew up. I don't know if it maybe needs more wind. The one thing I do realize about this specific one right now is that it doesn't seem to be pulling. Ooh, the wind changed and it's getting harder. Stronger, I mean. The one thing that I do realize about this one specific out of the ones I've built so far is that it just doesn't seem to be pulling all that power. The early TT that I was flying, where you saw all my practice sessions, I recall that it was really pushing to fly and leave my hand, where here I don't really have to hold it. I could just literally put it aside. So we're gonna go home, try to figure this out, and come back. That also the elevator got a little damaged. It only really seems like it's a bit of paper foam coming off. I'll live with that as well. Not giving hope on you, little one, but we will have to go again and figure out what's your issue. Bye for now. So I've been doing a little bit more checks here and not really able to figure out why it's not working. The plane does seem underpowered, I would say, which is quite awkward. I don't have the battery connector that I wanted, which is kind of a bummer. And for some reason the remote control just is freaking out on me. The transmitter is just freaking out on me. And when I put the throttle all the way to the bottom, it doesn't seem to be stopping the motor. So I think that there's a little bit of a calibration issue here as well. Anyways, I'll post this and I'd appreciate your feedback. Thanks, guys.